Alrighty, it's Wednesday. That means it's Q&A time. If you're looking for this week's Raw review, it's actually going to be on Thursday now, along with the video telling you what might be a WrestleMania 31 card. Just throwing it out there. But the Raw review for sure will be tomorrow because I don't feel like recording it on Wednesday. Q&A time, though. Let's get to the important matter at hand. Dexter C73 kicks us off by asking, would you rather have 8 to 10 solid pay-per-views per year or 12 mediocre ones? Well, I think everybody would probably say 8 to 10 solid pay-per-views per year. I think 8 would be a great number for WWE. I really, really do. Although the way they're structured, they're just so dependent on the 12, having one per month. And frankly, I think they need that based off of the way they currently are structured and have structured themselves for years. Mr. Tuxedo, is WWE's main event scene currently at the weakest it's ever been? It's up there. I could say maybe 93 was pretty weak in terms of the main event scene. 94, 95. But yeah, it's a pretty bad main event scene at this point. I don't think there's any question about that, is there? Is there? Principal NYNB asked, do you honest to God think that once the old guard is gone that the talents in NXT can carry the company? No. No, I really don't. I really, really, truly don't. I don't even know if the current guard is really technically carrying the company. And again, I reference it from a standpoint of if you still love professional wrestling or have had a love for it for years, WWE is really, frankly, the only major show in town. Fuck a TNA, fucking ROH, all the indies. WWE is that one major product, that one major company. And even when it comes to house shows, I emphasize this so often, is that the brand, the name, the company, and the fact that they are in town is a bigger draw than any one individual. So as a result, I don't know that anybody in the current company is really carrying the company to a degree. And as far as the current talents at NXT, no, I really don't. I just don't see it. And I wonder if the NXT model is too different from the WWE model for it to ever work. NXT is stationary in one place. Their guys really don't work a lot. Whereas WWE, they're traveling all over the place, both in this country and around the world. A lot of differences there. So at this point in time, no, I have zero confidence that that would be the case. WWE 961. Have you watched the music video for Anaconda by Nicki Minaj? No. Why would I watch anything pertaining to Nicki Minaj? Why would I listen to anything pertaining to Nicki Minaj? Furthermore, at this point in time, why in the bluest of blue fucks would I listen to anything from mainstream rap whatsoever? Ding dong, dumb dicks. You're rapping about the same shit that people have done for over 20, 30 fucking years. Come up with some new shit and new material. Oh, and by the way, stop having 30 goddamn people collaborate on your fucking albums. This is stupid. You go buy let's say a Jay-Z album, and there's fucking 11 songs. There's 2 or 3 goddamn people on each song with them. The fuck is wrong with today's music industry? It's lazy, borderline reckless, and completely and totally, utterly ridiculous. What the fuck does Nicki Minaj do or say that in any way can be construed as any type or form of talent? Oh my God, she has a disproportionately huge ass and a hideous face. Yeah, it's coming from the guy with the fucked up teeth. So what? Fuck Nicki Minaj and fuck the rap industry today. They all look themselves in the mirror, slap the shit out of each other, and say shame on themselves. What a joke. Derek Williams 4. I hope that answered your question, WWE 961. Derek Williams 4 wants to know, do you think Ahmed Johnson could have been WWE champion? I'm not sure if he would have ever had enough abilities on the stick, especially at the time that he would have become champion in order for it to work. Furthermore, he had a lot of injury history, And then, he had his own issues as well. So, no, I don't think, sadly, that he could have ever been WWE champion. Real Ziggy 23. Do you think the Money in the Bank ladder match would have worked in the Attitude Era? Oh, yeah. Even maybe more so, because just picture this for a second. Let's say at WrestleMania 17, you've got Rock versus Austin for the title. Fine. Just to give you a potential Money in the Bank ladder match and the type of talent you could have in it. Just in theory, you could have had freaking Angle, Benoit, Guerrero, Jericho. Do I need to continue? Fuck, why not? Triple H, Kane, Undertaker. Yes, you could throw a fucking Big Show in there. Just think about that for a second. Think about all the potential and possibilities for what you had in the works at that time in terms of the talent roster. If you went a little bit farther back into the Attitude Era, and let's say WrestleMania 14, you had Michaels versus Austin, you could have had The Rock. You could have had Triple H. You could have had Mankind. You could have had fucking Taker. You could have had Kane. You could have had Ken Shamrock. Oh my God. The talent level in those matches would embarrass and humiliate anything we've ever gotten out of any Money in the Bank ladder match. Period. Capitalist 111. Fuck, Marry, Kill. These are always fun. Nancy Grace, Ann Coulter, and Sarah Palin. Fuck Ann Coulter right in the asshole. I bet you thought I was going to say something else. No. For all her Coultergeist crap and for all the vile, vitriol garbage that she spews, fucking feminazi, straight in her ass it goes. Out of the three, clearly and easily, Sarah Palin is the best looking, don't you know? So you gotta marry her, you would think. And then you kill Nancy Grace because she has no redeeming qualities. At least with Ann Coulter, you'd feel like if you fucked her in the ass, that there would be, some type of redeeming quality in terms of you're punishing her and you're taking out your anger about the stupidity of the talking heads in this country. Regardless of their affiliations, frankly, you'd be taking it out on her. So there would be a redeeming quality. There is no redeeming quality to Nancy Grace. DeHarris here. Do you watch Total Divas? No. Why would I? Already watch enough fake shit from the WWE. Why would I want to watch more? Reality shows. What has killed modern television? I understand that reality shows are cheaper to produce because you don't have to overpay actors. You could pay these people a lot less to write up some fake shit. You have far fewer writers and other things to worry about. Production costs are significantly less. There's just a lot of benefits to it, but goddamn, has it killed creativity and originality and by far, in large, entertainment value that comes out of today's modern television. Sure, you have the shows like the Breaking Bads and the Walking Deads and, some of these other shows, but by and large, you watch TV, most of the time it's fucking reality shows, and they're all trash, really. Dante King 12. So why would I sit there then, DeHarris here, and, contribute to that by watching Total Divas? Dante King 12 wants to know, John Cena is buried everyone he's come in path with in some way. Why hasn't he buried the Authority? One does not simply bury the Breakfast Club. That just doesn't happen. So, who's he going to bury? Triple H? Randy Orton? Kane serves a purpose, and he's already been buried. And Seth Rollins, he hasn't gotten to yet. Rampager213. What happened to Marcus Smart? Maybe you need to watch the Raw review on Thursday and find out. Javier Artabo. Is NXT the future of the WWE, or is it just John Cena's cattle farm? You look at NXT right now, and I don't even think you could sit there and say it's John Cena's cattle farm, because how many guys could you ever really truly envision would even be in a position where they would end up feuding with John Cena? I mean, this shit's bad. Just bad. I don't even think when we look at it nearly deep enough, just how bad this shit is getting and how bad it's been and how worse it's going to be. But no, I don't think NXT is the future of the WWE, and if it is, then God help us all. And as a four, do you think Ambrose can become the big star now since Reigns will be out and can maybe win the Rumble if Reigns is still out? I don't see the winning the Rumble part. Can he become a big star? Sure. Unless the WWE decides to sit there and have him go off and film another fucking movie. Or if they're not ready to get behind him, regardless of what the crowd reaction is, and et cetera, et cetera. Um, he could become as big of a star as the WWE allows him to be. And isn't that sad and pathetic in an indictment of the WWE? It's not Ambrose can become as big of a star as he, makes himself to be or chooses to be. It's the WWE choosing. How sad. Daniel Arbor, what does Kevin Dunn do? Lots of things. Kill characters. Come up with a predictable television format that has been in place for years. Has managed to kill off half of the wrestling audience over the past decade. Manages to sit there and I'm sure hasn't rightfully taken his place yet in the Guinness Book of World Records for being able to consume the most carrots in one sitting in a certain amount of time. Big fucking Bugs Bunny teeth. I don't know what the fuck he does. He kills everything he touches, it seems like. What are Kevin Dunn's redeeming qualities? Because people even point to production values, and I say balderdash on that bullshit. Where are the redeeming qualities even in the production values anymore? Misses in the camera angles, same type of presentation, and just a lot of bad shit that Kevin Dunn does. KCCO underscore UK, without any censoring, what would you have Rusev say about the USA? The easiest thing to do to get incredible heat on this guy, I don't know if it would turn into drawing money heat or get the fuck away from me heat, would be to have him tell the truth about the USA. And that truth is that the United States is not the greatest country in the world. They're no greater than anybody else, that they're not as free as they proclaim themselves to be, and they're not the only country with freedoms. You could talk about the years of crony capitalism bordering on corporate fascism that has run this country. You could talk about being prisoners and slaves to our debt that we've allowed to happen by our politicians, the bankers, the financiers, and so on and so forth. I mean, there are thousands of things you talk about. Being slaves to the industrial military complex, and the idiots in this country still not understanding that they're always looking for the next conflict because we have to continue to support that infrastructure of the industrial military complex. We are always in a state of war with something. Now it's ISIS. A couple years from now, when that no longer becomes the cool thing to do, there will be something else. There is always something else because you have to keep that industrial military complex going. You'd have Rusev do that type of stuff because a lot of people are too stupid to realize just how true it is. T-Von Moucher, with domestic violence going around the sport, do you think something should be done with it with wrestling? Yeah, absolutely. It's a real issue. It would hit people at home. To those that would protest, well, do you protest every movie that portrays domestic violence? Do you sit there and act like it's criminal to do any movies or TV shows that talk about it or feature it or spotlight it? So why would professional wrestling be so different? It's not. Oh yeah, I'd go all the way there with that shit. It's relevant to the times, and it's something that people could easily relate to. I mean, you talk about instant heel, instant face, somebody smacking around their girl, and let's say John Cena even comes to the rescue. John Cena is standing up for this woman. He's fighting against domestic violence. Very hard thing to do. Would give him some redeeming qualities he otherwise doesn't have. A Smith 906, should WWE, bring Angle back so he can win the U.S. belt and then have him feud with Rusev over the belt with a match at WrestleMania 31. I get the Angle Rusev part. To me personally, I've always felt Angle works better as a heel than a face. I just don't have a lot of desire to see Angle and Rusev. I don't have a lot of desire to see Angle back in the WWE. And Handsome Hallie closes out this Q&A by asking, do you like Dean Ambrose's attire and how would you change it? I think for him, it's fine. You know, it's the whole ensemble is unique to him. Obviously, you have other characters like Harper wearing pants, but I think his whole ensemble isn't as unique to him. And as a result, since it is unique and it kind of fits the persona that you're trying to get across with him to the audience, I think it's fine. I would not change a single thing about it. Why? What's the purpose for? I understand at some point in time it's going to change some because they're going to want to do t-shirts and they're going to want to do merchandise with them to a greater degree. But for the moment, I wouldn't change anything about it whatsoever. So thanks again to you guys that took Twitter and submitted your questions for this Q&A. Like I said, Raw review will be Thursday, along with perhaps a video talking about what my WrestleMania 31 card would look like, and then I'll be back Friday for the Facebook Friday Q&A. So see you then.